Rinse takes your laundry and hand-delivers it to your door, expertly cleaned and folded. So you could take the time once spent folding and sorting and waiting to finally pursue a whole new version of you. Like Tea Time You. Or this Tea Time You. Or even this Tea Time You.
So did you hear about Dave?
Or even Tea Time You.
So update on Dave.
It's up to you. We'll take the laundry. Rinse. It's time to be great.
My main thing is I want people to have a healthy relationship with food. And I very much believe that if you're the person who won't have cake at your daughter's birthday because you're scared it's going to make you fat, that is a very unhealthy relationship with food. Not only for you, but also for your daughter. If your daughter sees that you're not going to have a slice of cake because you're scared that it's going to make you fat, it's a disease. It's called orthorexia nervosa. When you're so scared of, God forbid, having a slice of fucking cake at your daughter's birthday party that you don't do that. Or maybe you do it, but then you feel like you need to go run for 5 hours to take care of the damage that you did, and damage being in quotes. This is not a healthy relationship with food.
Southwest Florida is one of the most beautiful places on the planet to live. For those of you that are thinking of moving from other states to come to Florida, or even just moving to a different part of the state, I want you to think of a big, beautiful luxury home. Contact Legacy Luxury Builders. They are a family-owned and operated luxury residential construction company. As a family-owned business, they believe in the power of building not just homes, but legacies. Contact Legacy Luxury Builders. Unlock your true potential on the field and court with our Peak Mental Performance Program for athletes. Train your mind to conquer challenges, stay focused under pressure, and achieve unparalleled success. Our expert coaches will guide you through personalized techniques, enhancing concentration, resilience, and confidence. Picture yourself outperforming your rivals, making split-second decisions with clarity, and achieving victory like never before. Join us today and elevate your game to new heights. Peak Mental Performance Program, where champions are forged in the mind. Email me today, sean.french@thedeterminedsociety.com for more information. See you inside. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Determined Society. I am your host and mental performance coach, Shawn French. And I just want to thank you guys again so much for all the love lately, all the reviews, all the listens, all the sharing. You guys are truly blessing me. Today, guys, I have with me an unbelievable guest. My niece introduced me to this guy via Instagram about a year and a half ago. And me and this gentleman have struck up a friendship over the last year. I can't believe it's been a year since we've been friends. We actually recorded this show before, and then we're like, you know what? We really don't like it because it didn't really show our bond. It didn't show who we were as friends. And so I'm here today with one of the dudes that I respect in the fitness space so much because he's authentic. He's funny as fuck. He doesn't give a shit what other people think. And all he's really worried about truly is giving out real information to help people hit their fitness goals and not lose their mind and starve themselves while doing it. So without further ado, I want to introduce my boy, Jordan Syatt, to the show. What's up, homie?
What's up, man? Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it. I'm excited we can be on and just chill and have a good conversation. I'm excited. So thank you for having me.
I'm jacked, man. It's funny because when we recorded this show like a year ago, you know how it is, man. It's like the first 15 minutes.
Yeah.
You don't know this person. You're trying to figure out if I'm real. I'm trying to figure out if you have that same energy that you put out.
Exactly.
And I think what we found, dude, is over the last year that when we started being friends, it's just like, dude, we are super aligned and want to make sure whatever we put out is going to bless and give the utmost, I guess, information to the audience and community as possible.
And
so
we are who we are, where it's like what we put out on social media is actually who you are in real life, which for me, that was, I think, early on in my social media days, because I started making content like 2011. Early on, when I started meeting people who are also putting out content, I was like, wow, this person is literally nothing like they are online. And so when you do meet someone who also makes content and is also like, oh, like that's actually what they're like in real life, it's very refreshing.
Dude, it's hard, man, because I can really relate to this, right? So I've talked to many individuals virtually and had all these great conversations, but I've always noticed, man, that even the big ones,
Mhm.
right? The big ones, like, dude, we can go down this rabbit hole if you want, but like, I've had conversations with people that have high energy on their content, and
Mhm.
then I get them pre-recorded. They're like, "Yeah, what's up? You ready to do this?" It's like, well, now since I'm so inspired to have this conversation with you and share you with my fucking community, yeah, let's do it, asshole.
Yeah,
Dude, it's just so for me, it's just so your point is spot on because I am the same no matter where I go.
correct.
Like
Yeah,
the same, and that's why you and I have gotten close is because we can tell the energy, right? It's like, okay, well, if I ran into you at a mall, it'd be the same.
right,
I would be,
exactly.
and dude, like I think that freaks people out when you think you're getting a certain energy and then you meet a person
Mhm.
and it's like completely different.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
Dude, to
jarring.
me, bro, like why do you think that is, man?
I'll never forget, so again, I started making content over 10 years ago.
When it comes to what your family eats and drinks, you know your choices matter. You're the expert because you know what fits your life. And getting it right starts with good information. That's why America's beverage companies are sharing more information about our ingredients at goodtoknowfacts.org. No spin, no judgments, just the facts straight from the experts for more than 140 beverage ingredients. Visit goodtoknowfacts.org.
The holidays have arrived at the Home Depot, and we're here to help bring the excitement with decor for every part of your home. Check out our wide assortment of easy-to-assemble pre-lit trees so you can spend less time setting up and more time celebrating. And bring your holiday spirit outdoors with unique decor like one of our Santa inflatables. Whatever your style, find the right pieces at the right prices this holiday season at the Home Depot.
So, you're about to make a trade based on a friend's text. But which you do you listen to? Is it, "Oh, we could buy a house in Tulum"? Get optioning those options. We could lose everything. Or, let's do a little research. Get your head in the trade and make the investment decision that's right for you. Learn more at finra.org/trade-smart.
And I was a young kid when I started. I was in my young 20s, and I got a piece of advice that was, to date, probably the worst piece of advice I ever got in my life. There was someone who I looked up to in the industry at the time, and basically I was asking for advice on social media, and I swear to God, he said, "You want to act like you are a movie star and that your life is perfect and it's always interesting and fun." And I remember hearing this and being like, "Wait, really?" And he's like, "You have to act like you're the star of a movie and you want people to just be jealous of what you're doing all the time." And I remember, like, it didn't sit well with me,
Mhm.
but that's, I think, by nature of how social media works, and especially with how it's progressed technologically and how people often use it in a way to, we all hear like the highlight reel thing. It's true. I think it's become very performative. And people
Mhm.
think that in order to quote unquote succeed, because what are the markers of success? People think success is having more followers, and that leads to more happiness, and it's just not the case at all.
Mhm.
They're completely separate. It's not like you can't be happy and have more followers, but it's, if you're unhappy with having very few followers, then you're also going to be unhappy with having a lot of followers. And so I think people have this idea that, oh, if I have more followers, I'll be more happy, so I have to put on this performance in order to get more followers. And then it goes down this terrible, terrible rabbit hole, which is why when you meet someone who is exactly like they are online, it's very refreshing. And
Mhm.
there are different words that I've noticed in my comment sections over the years that have stood out to me. And so in the last probably 3 to 4 years, a very common word that I think many people relate to is just real. This person is very real when you are
Mhm.
who you are. Even if that person says something you disagree with, you appreciate and respect that they're being real with you, that they're
Yeah.
being honest. And that is something that I think is a great sign of progress from a societal perspective, because many times as soon as someone says something you disagree with, you're like, well, fuck that person. But
Yeah, for sure.
now it's less about, oh, I don't like them because I disagree with them. It's like, I like them even though I disagree with them, because they feel comfortable enough in who they are to be honest about it. Like, I mean, for
Mm.
example, I did a podcast recently, and I was talking about the Israel-Palestinian conflict and talking about Second Amendment and everything. And I'm very, very pro Second Amendment for many different reasons.
Sure.
But one of the women who commented, she was like, listen, I disagree with you vehemently on the Second Amendment, but I love so much that you are open and honest about it, and that you are not trying to hide it and pander to both sides. And then she said, how can I support you? Like, do you do coaching? Like, what can I buy from you? Just because she wanted to support the honesty. It's like, that is
Wow.
the greatest level of humanity, showing you that, like, listen, even though we disagree, I just appreciate that you're being honest.
Dude, I mean, so many great points. And first of all, like, I don't want to glance over it. Like, dude, I'm thinking about you. I'm throwing you
Thank you,
love and
brother.
prayers, and sending you texts. I was sitting here one night. I'm like, dude, I got to check on my boy.
Thank you, man. That meant a lot.
And dude, and I know you're probably getting it everywhere, and I didn't want to be like everybody else, but like, dude, you know me, I mean it. So
Thank
it's
you.
just, I've been thinking about you. But that word real, right? And it's something that I feel that, because everybody talks about it, and the word is authenticity.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Everybody talks about it, and being genuine. And it's almost like all these major influencers are or these with big platforms, and these entrepreneurs that have done a great job building something, in their life, as far as a product, or it could be, a software platform, it could be a sales program, whatever it is. It doesn't mean they should be leading people in, and
Yeah.
everybody understanding, or like, flocking to them for advice. That doesn't mean shit. Like, half of these people, they don't have everything that they say they're having.
Correct.
Right.
At
And,
all.
and they don't have their fucking shit together.
At all.
All right. At all. And for those of you listening right now, like, we're not talking about middle of the road people. We're talking about people that you think that come across your feed that you just want to admire and be a part of. Like, you don't want any part of these assholes.
No.
None.
No.
Because they fucking sold their soul, man. They
And
sold their
they're
soul.
not like, this is one of the biggest things that I was at an event very recently. I hate the name. It was called like this influencer event, and in order to be invited, you have to have a certain number of followers, whatever.
So fucking stupid.
It was stupid. In terms of the name, I enjoyed overall the event. I enjoyed the guy who put it together. I admire him a lot. But man, I was directly interacting with many people that have hundreds of thousands or millions of followers that put out this view of happiness and wholeness and completeness. And I'm Jewish. I'm a religious guy. So I have nothing against that. But a lot of these people put out this I'm holier than thou type mentality, and that, oh, I'm very religious and I'm very like moral and ethical. And then you meet them in person, and these are some of the most vain, most unhappy, most rude, conceited individuals you could ever imagine meeting in your entire life. And it's so different than what they put out online that it's hard to imagine that it could be real. That it's when you're following someone, it's hard to imagine that they could be different than they are, but they've gotten so good at putting on this face and putting on this mask that's like, it's pretty crazy. I mean, and a way to think about it would be, I think we've all probably been in part of in a relationship, whether romantic or friendship or something, where you first meet someone and you're like, oh, this person's great. And it doesn't take long to all of a sudden be like, well, that doesn't make sense. And that doesn't make sense. And that goes against what they said. That goes against what they said. And all of a sudden, the person that you first thought you knew is a completely different individual. This is very often what happens online.
It's very often what happens. I can tell you, I mean, I could tell you some of the individuals I've met that match, right? You, David Meltzer, Bedros Keuilian, Amberly Lago. Like, I met him.
Yeah.
Like, I know them. Like, I've been in a room with Bedros recording an episode. Same dude.
Yeah.
In fact, even more kind in person, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he doesn't have that strong side of him, but he was one of the nicest cats ever, dude. Like, he was just there, like, I felt, to serve me. And I'm like, wait a second, dude. Like, I'm here to interview you. Like, this is really cool, man. Like, he had a gift and everything waiting for me. Like, it was nuts,
That's
right?
awesome.
It was really cool. So, but the idea of real, man, we keep going back to that real, or, the raw authenticity. I think a lot of times, people find these words or these topics to talk about on social media, that they feel is going to get them clicks, and it really agitates me. Most recently, we're talking about, the Israel and the Gaza conflict. All of a sudden, people that built out software platforms are talking about this. It's like, why are we not staying in our lane here? Like, what is going on? Like, all of a sudden now you're predicting World War III. Like, you know what the fuck you're talking about. Not saying they're wrong. I'm not. Listen, I can see all sides of the issues, right? Like, okay, like if you think this is going to happen, like I can see it. It's scary right now. The world is scary. But like the problem is people are so tone deaf to realize that people are actually going to follow them and take whatever they're saying as actual news. And that to me scares the hell out of me, to a point where I saw these big individuals on the platforms talking about October 4th and how we're going to turn to zombies.
Yeah.
What? Like, what do you?
My issue. So, and I see this with literally every political commentary. The Israel Palestinian one is one obviously that hits home to me. I've studied it my whole
Of
life,
course.
and it's arguably the single most complex geopolitical situation in the entire world. It's the most complex conflict geopolitically. Like the effects are so wide sweeping and so complex down to the history of it. It's very few people actually understand. And I think what's important to remember is we've all played the game telephone, right? We've all played that game, and we all understand,
Yep.
like, okay, so once we get to the end of the circle, it's probably going to be a little bit different than, or maybe even very different than what started at the beginning of the circle. And this is all
Yeah,
within a
of
matter of
course.
like a minute.
We learned that
So,
in second grade.
right, in second grade. So imagine now people are being fed insane amounts of propaganda from usually one of the two sides, and they're not the propaganda is not only incorrect, but then they're misinterpreting the propaganda. And then now we have people who have no understanding of history, no understanding of the conflict, who are just spewing off stuff because they're scared or because they want attention, because they want to optimize on this conflict themselves. It's very scary. I think most people who are just resharing and posting these propaganda clips from either side have no clue what the hell they're talking about, and it's actually making the situation way worse.
No, it truly is. And like I'm the first one to say, like, this, like you say, geopolitically, this conflict is way out of my depth. Like, way I don't know, right? And I'm not going to begin, to talk about it like I do know,
Right.
right? And I think that's the problem nowadays in society. Everybody thinks that they need to have that know-it-all. But the one thing that you said that scares the absolute hell out of me, dude, is simply this. When these things happen, when these conflicts happen, or COVID, or the zombie apocalypse of October 4th, 2023. Yeah, we're making fun of you guys. In case you guys haven't figured out, if you're listening to this, like we are making fun of you right now. We're both satire sons of bitches, smart asses. That's why we get along. Anyway, I just have more hair. So, but Jay, listen, man, the thing that scares me is when things happen that these other individuals feel that they need to use it as clout.
Yeah.
That scares me.
That's
Like, this isn't a situation that I think needs to be all over social media by people that don't know what the fuck's going on.
correct.
Like, I don't know. That's just me, dude. That's me.
Do you know who Anthony Jeselnik is?
No, I don't.
He's a comedian. I love stand-up comedy.
I do too.
And he is a unique stand-up comedian in that he's very dark. Like, his humor is super dark.
I like that.
Like, I enjoy it. I
Yeah.
have dark humor. It's, if someone gets easily offended, they should not listen. But,
Disclaimer.
humor is one of the best ways to deal with dark times and dark issues. And he does that, I think, better than anybody else. It's very dark humor. But one of the things that he talks about how is, like, whether it's a massacre or a school shooting or whatever it is, there's always the people that feel the need to go out and be like, oh, like they go on social media and like, oh, my thoughts and prayers are with these people, my thoughts and prayers. And he made an amazing point where he was like, you're taking a situation that's terrible. And he framed this in a very funny way, but you're taking a situation that's terrible where kids have been killed and innocent people have been killed. And you're saying, I want you to give me attention. It's like, if you have thoughts and prayers, like, you don't need to put that on social media. You could just
Mhm.
keep that between you and God, you and your family.
Mhm.
Like you can just keep that. You don't have to go on your story or on your Twitter or whatever and be like, thoughts and prayers go out to so and so people. Because what you're doing is like, oh, don't forget about me. Like, make sure you
Mhm.
like this post. Give me attention. It's like
Yeah.
it does. And it's. I think a lot of people are seeing so much of the awful stuff going on and are like, wait, but where's my attention? You're not paying attention to me anymore.
Yeah.
You're not looking at what I'm saying right now. So it's like, what can I say now to make myself relevant in this catastrophic environment?
Dude, that's true, man. And it's a great point. And one of my other favorites is the virtue signaling,
Mm-hmm.
the
Mm-hmm.
filming while I'm giving somebody money,
Oh
the
my God. I
filming.
hate that,
Like, what
dude.
the fuck are you doing? Guy, you're clearly not doing it.
I
What
hate
you're
that.
doing it for two reasons, right? Two reasons. One, you just want attention, you're a narcissistic son of a bitch.
Yep.
Two, right? Two, that everybody already thinks you're an asshole, so you're trying to show them that you're not.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I can't stand it when like people show out like they're gonna like they do the whole thing. I'm gonna give my waiter like this amount of money and they have to film the whole thing, or I'm gonna go like it's like, I don't know. Why don't you just do it and not say anything about it?
Yeah.
Which this is a whole philosophical discussion. Like, is there anything like does selflessness actually exist? Is there a way to be selfless? And this is a whole deep philosophical discussion, but even if you're giving charity, it's coming from a selfish place because people will be like, well, no, I'm giving charity because it feels good. Well, yeah, it feels good. So it's selfish.
Mhm.
It feels good to give charity. So
Mhm.
that leads to the discussion. Well, is selfishness bad? No,
I
being
love that.
selfish
That's a
can
great
be a
point.
wonderful, wonderful thing. Sometimes you have to be selfish in order for you to be able to give more. Like if you don't have the means to provide for yourself and your family, then you're definitely not going to have the means to give to charity, and giving to charity is
Right.
a wonderful thing. And sometimes in order to develop that means you need to be selfish, but it's
Mhm.
not that selfishness is a bad thing, but the idea that you're doing things purely out of selflessness, that's not true. Like that.
Dude, that's deep, bro.
Yeah.
That's deep. That's gonna melt people's minds right now. Like, this asshole, I'm not
I'm
selfish.
selfless. No, I
I'm
don't think
selfish.
anyone is.
No, I don't. I think you're right, dude. Like, I don't, when I do things for my family or anybody, I'm doing it because I want to make them happy.
Yeah.
I want to help them, but also want to feel good about what I'm doing, that I'm
And
a good
why do you want to
person
make them happy? It's like,
because I give a shit. Because it
exactly.
exactly,
It comes back to you.
dude. It's like some people can get triggered by that, but to
Yeah.
me, it's like, oh my god, that makes sense,
Makes
right?
sense.
Like,
Exactly.
if I go and give $1 million to pancreatic cancer research,
Yep.
I'm not doing it just for that. I'm
Correct.
selfish. My grandmother and my ex-girlfriend died of pancreatic cancer.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it doesn't mean it's bad,
No, it's not
right?
bad.
So like everybody listening right now, like I want you to really think about that, right? What Jay is saying is like, dude, it's not bad. Like really think about it. You aren't doing these things on social media platforms or giving to charity just as a selfless act. Like Jay and myself aren't doing this completely selflessly. Like we get something out of this
Of
too.
course, yeah.
Like, so it's selfish.
Yep.
I'm I dude, that's gonna be way too deep for a lot of people, bro. Like
But
that right there is just gonna be way too
people
much.
people have that we've as a society have placed the word selfish has a very close like connotation with bad, but
Mhm.
selfish doesn't necessarily mean bad, and that's
Yeah.
what we have to get over.
Right, right.
We have to remove the idea that doing something selfishly is inherently bad. I think it's a spectrum. Like
Mhm,
you can, on one end of the spectrum, you could be so selfish and so self-centered and so focused that literally everything you do is solely for you and nothing else, and no good can come from it,
mhm,
and you become very manipulative and very controlling.
mhm.
And then on the other end of the spectrum, you don't want to do anything selfish whatsoever, but then as a result of it, you don't do anything at all. Like you don't help people because you think, well, I don't want to be selfish, and I know I'm doing it for me. So essentially, both ends of the spectrum are bad. Whereas
Mhm.
the closer you get to the middle, surprise, surprise, the more you can have a balance of selflessness and selfishness, and understand that it's not inherently good or bad one way or another. You can actually be a helpful member of society to help other people, but also help yourself. And so if you're giving money to cancers and charities and there's a selfish aspect to it, but you're also helping other people in need who wouldn't have gotten that help otherwise, I'd say it's a pretty damn good thing.
Dude, isn't it funny how over the years we can redefine words and give more power to the negative connotation of those words
Mm,
instead of what the actual words mean?
yeah. Yeah.
I mean, like, dude, like it's like that, right? And that's a mindset thing. That's perspective, right? I mean, that's one of the things that I love about doing the podcasting is learning more about people's mindset, right? And
Mhm.
as you know, I help athletes that have those performance anxiety issues. A lot of the things that I dealt with when I played Division 1 baseball. Yes, again, it helps them, but it also heals me,
Yes,
right?
exactly.
It heals me. Like every time I'm helping one of my athletes, especially baseball players that are playing in the SEC on a one-on-one call, like I feel good about it because I feel a part of me heals.
Right.
Like wow, like I went through that. So let's shift a little bit, right? So I really want to talk about mindset as it pertains to fitness and health, man,
Mhm.
because you tackle that a lot. And I don't know if individuals are smart enough to really take that from you when you're doing your satire. A lot of your shit's funny as hell.
Thank
Like
you, brother.
you're
Thank you.
nuts, dude. My one of my friends knows that you and I are close, and he sent me a message. He's fucking doing it again. Is when you did the 30 days of spiking your
Oh, yeah,
insulin
yeah,
and you still lost weight.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
some of the shit you do is just so damn funny, dude. But like, let's talk about the mindset because that is a mindset,
Yeah.
right? So talk to us. What some of the ideas surrounding it. What were you really trying to show?
I mean, the main thing is so my whole philosophy, especially when it comes to nutrition, is that you can enjoy your favorite foods in moderation
Mhm.
and still be healthy. And I actually think the example that people will say like, oh, well, this food is bad. Like you can't have pizza or you can't have candy or you can't have ice cream.
Mhm.
And right now, sugar is like the big demon in society. Like,
Mhm.
you can't have sugar. Sugar is bad. So much so that there are people saying don't eat fruit because it has sugar. It's just like, for fuck's sake, how many people do you know who got fat from eating fruit? And obviously, like no one gained 50 pounds and
Nobody.
was like, yeah, it was the blueberries that
Holy
really
shit, bro!
affected me.
You're fucking fat as hell. What happened,
Yeah,
bro? I ate a whole watermelon.
exactly. No one
You dick.
ever. So
Zero.
my main thing is I want people to have a healthy relationship with food. And I very much believe that if you're the person who won't have cake at your daughter's birthday because you're scared it's going to make you fat, that is a very unhealthy relationship with
Yeah.
food, not only for you, but also for your daughter. If your daughter sees that you're not going to have a slice of cake because you're scared that it's going to make you fat, it's a disease. It's called orthorexia nervosa. When
Mhm.
you're so scared of, God forbid, having a slice of fucking cake at your daughter's birthday party that you don't do that, or maybe you do it, but then you feel like you need to go run for 5 hours to take care of the damage that you did, and damage
Mhm.
being in quotes. This is not a healthy relationship with food. And in all aspects of life, I think people understand we need balance, but always saying no and never being able to have a piece of cake or ice cream or pizza without anxiety, that's not balanced. That's not healthy. And I want people to be able to enjoy their favorite foods in moderation, not only eat Twinkies, not only eat cake. The majority of your
Sure.
diet should be whole and minimally. My main thing is I want people to have a healthy relationship with food. And I very much believe that if you're the person who won't have cake at your daughter's birthday because you're scared it's going to make you fat, that is a very unhealthy relationship with food, not only for you, but also for your
I
daughter.
absolutely
If
love you,
your
Jay. I mean,
daughter
fuck, dude.
sees
Like
that
that
you're
was
not
genius
going to
for me,
have
and
a
I
slice of
agree with you,
cake
man. Like
because
maybe
you're
I indulge in
scared that
pizza
it's
too
going to make you
much.
fat,
When you
it's a
say
disease. It's called
occasionally with pizza, you mean
orthorexia
like 5 days a
nervosa.
week, right? Like
When
I
you're
can eat
so
pizza.
scared of, God
I
forbid,
fucking
having a
love pizza,
slice of
dude. Like
fucking
it's
cake at
it's
your daughter's
it's
birthday
like
party
those
that you don't do that,
moments where
or
like I'll
maybe you do it,
sometimes I feel like
but
I'm
then you feel
actually
like you need to go
manipulating
run for
the
five
fact that
hours
dinner's not ready or something like that, and
take
you're
care
like
of the
thinking about like,
damage that you did, and
well, it's
damage
already
being in
six
quotes.
thirty,
It's this
and
this is not a
the
healthy
kids need to
relationship with food.
bathe and all that kind
In
of
all
shit.
aspects
We
of
got
life, I
homework
think
going
people
on.
understand we
Just
need
fucking want to get
balance,
Jets. Like
but
what the fuck,
always saying no and never
Fine,
being able
Sean.
to have a
Fine.
piece
You can order pizza.
of
I'm like,
cake or
oh
ice
shit.
cream or pizza without anxiety.
Damn. She read my mind. This is fucking awesome. But like, it's funny because, and again, I want to ask you where this comes from because I can remember, training as an athlete, Division 1 athlete at Louisiana State University. I never once counted a fucking calorie. I
Yeah.
never once thought about my fucking macros. And I'm not debunking that it works. I'm not. I understand science gets better, technology gets better. We're able to pinpoint what's going to build more lean muscle tissue, how we're going to burn more fat. I get it. But like, it just seems to me over the last 4 years, it's exploded to a point where, you have, and I'm not coming at the guy because he'll crush me, but Andy Frisella,
Yep. Yep.
right? And 75 hard, and even Bedros, what was his new one, Andy Elliott guy. Um psychopath, right? You got a 6-pack or you're fucking fired.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh my gosh, that's stupid.
that to me is a red flag. I'm
Yeah,
sorry, it is. But like it's almost like social media brought this, need for perfection and nutrition and body image. And dude, like it even affects me. Like sometimes like I feel like I'm at the gym, like, oh my God, I'm not completely shredded up. Like I'm like like so now I'm not disciplined. Like, dude, this is causing some fucking mental wear and tear, dude.
yeah, yeah,
Talk
yeah.
to me about that.
I
What are
mean,
your thoughts?
I think the fitness industry is I believe over a $20 billion a year industry, and
Mm,
that might even be an old statistic. It's probably more now. And I think with social media and now anyone being able to say they're a personal trainer just by they go on in, they open their Instagram, they edit their bio and say I'm a coach, whatever, like anyone
yeah.
can do it. Um, I think people are realizing that number one, there's a lot of money to be made in that industry,
Mhm,
potentially, if you know what you're doing. And even if you don't know what you're doing, someone can have no clue what they're doing and actually make a lot of money if they like look the part.
mhm,
Um, but I think what we're seeing is a hyper focus on it far more than we have in years prior, which is also interesting because even though we're hyper focused on it as a society, obesity rates are higher than they've ever been,
mhm,
which I think is a very interesting thing to look at. We are hyper focused on aesthetics and fat loss and how we look and fitness more than ever,
mhm.
but we're also fatter than ever. And it's a growing problem, no pun intended. It's a growing issue where more
Yeah.
and more and more people, and I think it's what's going on is we have more information than we've ever had more readily available. All these people on YouTube and Instagram and podcasts and Twitter putting out all this fitness information, but we also have a massive rise in food science, and this is what a lot of people don't understand about food is that these companies, whether it's Twinkies or chip companies or Coca-Cola, candies, whatever it is, these companies spend hundreds of millions of dollars designing foods that are going to be hyper palatable, that are going to be ridiculously, ridiculously hard to put down.
Mhm.
They advertise them at you. They advertise them at your children. They make them very, very easy to buy, very easy to overeat. And so it becomes increasingly more difficult to just have one. And some of them, that's even part of their marketing campaign, like Pringles, like once you pop, you just can't
Can't
stop,
stop. Yeah.
right? It's like, it's next to impossible to just like, have you ever just had one Oreo? Like, of course
Fuck
not.
no.
Like
One
it's,
well, hold on. Let's clarify, Jay. A regular Oreo, yes. Double stuff, fuck you. Game
no,
over. I'm
yeah.
eating a whole
The
sleeve
whole sleeve is
with whole
gone.
milk. Like it's done.
Yeah, and if I just have a regular Oreo, then I take it apart and put it together to make it a double stuff, but I would never buy a regular Oreo because they suck compared to double stuff. It's like, why would you even waste your money?
We're the
But
same person.
it
Dude,
it's
it's scary.
so we have all of this information, and then we have all of this highly processed, highly, highly, highly palatable food, and then now more than ever, everything is so convenient. You can get your
Mhm,
groceries delivered right to your house. You can work from home, sit on your ass all day. Like now more than ever, we're moving less,
mhm.
eating more, and have all of this extra knowledge that very few people actually putting in practice, which leads to where we are now with this obesity epidemic, this real health crisis, and also a hyper focus on fitness. It's such a weird place that we're in as a society.
Love you so much. I also have my theories.
Okay, let's hear it.
So I have this theory that everybody's focused on doing all the shit,
Hmm.
right? Like you're going from 0 to 1,000
Hmm.
and you're trying to come out of the gate and do all these things and restrict so much
Hmm.
and just take everything, removing everything from their diet. I'm
Hmm.
not touching cheese, it makes you fat.
Hmm.
I'm not touching a diet coke because it gives you cancer. I'm not eating pizza because the follicles in your intestine when you eat cheese they fucking inflame and that's how you don't shit and that's how you get bloated and get fat. Like we're doing too fucking much here.
Correct.
And so what happens is all these people, myself included in the past, go on these hardcore things, whether it's Whole 30, which I mean, we should be eating Whole 30 anyway, right? We just don't know how to fucking eat in America, right? We should eat in Whole Foods, right? With a little bit of, minimally, you know, processed foods, just like you said. But we go on this all or nothing thing
Mhm.
and we do the 75 hards. we do all these other things. And you know how many times I've done 75 hard? Like I get it, mentally cool. But the bottom line is it didn't work for me
Mhm.
because the swing back the other way is
Correct.
so fucking hard.
Correct.
Like you look good. I got down to 179. I looked emaciated. And then within like 4 months, I'm back to, 205. I'm like, what the
Correct.
fuck just happened? And so to me, we're really fucking with our body, right?
Mhm.
When
Yeah.
we're starving it,
Yep.
over exercising, overtraining, because yes, fitness psychopaths, that is really a thing. Okay. You overtrain your body, and then all of a sudden you stop
Mhm.
because you just can't move anymore. Maybe you hurt an ankle, maybe something happens. And the real people in life understand that no, if you're hurt, you should probably not go work out. But the
Mhm.
psychopaths tell you to like, you're a bitch if you don't go.
Correct.
It's an L. No, it's not, guys.
Yeah.
And I just feel that psychological twist to everything and what people have the availability to see on their screen every day
Mhm.
and think what's real kind of creates to that too. So it's
100%, dude.
we're
Absolutely.
both right. It goes hand in hand.
I mean, they're not even competing issues. They're like both of those things like play
Yep.
into each other. And I think
Yeah.
what we're seeing is something like 75 hard. People love challenges. Like
Mhm.
mentally, they love challenges. The issue is hopefully you have more than 75 days to live. And when people start with something like 75 hard or a 30-day challenge, 21-day challenge, the mindset is I'm going to go as hard as I can. It's in the name for 75 days, 30 days, 21 days, whatever it is. And I will not, quote unquote, I won't eat bad foods. I will not have this. I will not have that. I will work out 2 times a day, just like in the program.
Mhm.
And the countdown begins. It counts out day 74, day 73, day 72, day 71. Like the countdown begins until I can have these foods again,
Yeah.
until I don't need to work out this hard again, until I can enjoy my life again. It becomes an amount of time in which you're willing to suffer, but you're not willing to suffer for the rest of your life. And the reality is you don't need to suffer your whole life in order to be healthy.
Yeah.
Rather than 75 hard, I'd rather you have 5,000 pretty damn good, right? So like rather than 75 days of just super hard, ridiculously intense, how about 5,000 days in a row of like, you're doing good. It wasn't perfect, but like it was good. And
Yeah.
like you got
You
your
did
steps
something.
in.
You moved. Even if it was a 30-minute walk, you
Yep.
moved
You got
5,000
your
days in a
steps
row.
in, stayed hydrated, ate some
Mhm.
protein, maybe did
Yep.
some strength training a couple days of the week. Like 5,000 pretty good is infinitely better than 75 hard, which goes to my saying it's like consistently good is infinitely better than inconsistently perfect.
I love that. And a lot of it too, man. And everybody knows I'm a first form guy. That's the supplements I take. I have a partnership with them, but like I've been very upfront. I'm not doing 75 again, right? Because I would rather. And here's the thing, man. We need to do less every single day, but do it consistently.
Correct.
That's that compounding effect, and people don't realize and a lot of times, dude, I have to tell myself, like I think it's been 4 weeks since I've been in the gym consistently. Blew out my shoulder again. Like
Oh
I'm
man.
rehabbing. I've got so many baseball injuries. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So for me, like even if I do like a raise, like
Yeah.
I like right when I get here, I feel like someone's stabbing me right in my rotator cuff.
Jeez.
So I have a tear in my um subscap,
Yep.
supraspinatus, and a suspected tear in my labrum.
Oh
Right.
yeah.
Which the only way I can find out if there's a real tear in my labrum is MRI with contrast. And I
Right.
don't know if I'm ready to do that. So I've been doing dry needling, all that stuff. Right. And it's working. I can lift a little bit. But what it did for me psychologically is like shut me down.
Yeah.
Right. It shut me down because I fight with the fact that if I can't go in there and lift heavy and do all the shit that I want to do, then I ain't fucking doing it.
Yep.
And here I am 4 weeks later, probably 5 to 8 pounds, 5 to 10 pounds heavier. And I'm like, okay, dude, like, let's switch this. Let's not shame yourself though, Shawn, but like, hey, maybe, get back to the gym and just move your body a little bit and then do it again the next day. And I think the problem that people face is when they don't feel like they're best physically and mentally, it's almost like they don't want to go to the gym because they don't want to be seen.
Correct.
I'm one
Yeah.
of those people, dude. Like, I'm that guy. What would be some of the advice you would give someone like Shawn French or the people listening that can help them through that mindset?
Yeah, I mean, number one, I appreciate how honest you're being with that, because I think a lot of people would hide that. And I think just the fact that you said it, people are gonna be like, man, that's exactly right. Like, I feel the same way. What I would say is, a lot of people get worried about what people are going to think about them at the gym. Oh my God, oh, they put on weight, or what are they doing? Da, da, da. The reality is, the gym is the place where people go when they feel insecure. That's why most people are there. Most people are there because they feel insecure with who they are. And oftentimes people go and they think, oh my God, everyone's staring at me, everyone's looking at me, everyone's judging me. Usually everyone is right in between their own two ears. Everyone is worried. Everyone is insecure. More importantly, though, when you're looking back on your life, when you're 90, 95, if you're blessed to live to 90, 95,
I
100
don't
years
know,
old,
man. I
like,
don't know if I will. I don't fucking know.
if you're looking back, are you going to be proud of yourself to look back and say, wow, I'm really glad that I didn't go to the gym because I was worried about what some random person there was going to say about me when I had put on 20 pounds? Or are you going to look back and say, I'm really proud that I went and kept going, even though someone might have been judging me? And the reality is, people probably aren't going to judge you. People, like most people are actually really nice, really good people. And there are some really encouraging people in the gyms. Occasionally there's an asshole here and there. But even if you do come face to face with an asshole, someone's judging you being a dick, I guarantee you, you will always be proud of yourself for continuing to go despite that person being there, rather than like letting them win. That's how they win. They win if you just stay home and you do nothing. And you know who loses is you, because you don't get the benefits. You don't, like, you get deeper and deeper into this depressive state. You're not happy with yourself. You're not proud of yourself, and it seeps into every aspect of your life. So no matter what, like, even if there was going to be someone judging you, it's like, it's still worth it for you to go. You're going to be more proud of yourself if you actually get in there. What would you tell your best friend? If your best friend was like, I don't want to go, I think someone's going to be judging me, you'd be like, fuck them. Let's go. Like, let's get in there.
Yeah.
Treat yourself
I,
like you treat your best friend.
yeah, I would honestly say, no, that's not why.
Interesting.
I would honestly tell them, like, no, that's not why.
Yeah,
Like, yeah,
yeah.
you may be using that, but I think the underlying thing is, like, for me, is like, you know how it is, man. You gain a little weight, and then you
Mhm.
put the undies on, you go to the gym, it's a little tighter in the trunk area, and you're looking in the mirror. I'm like, is that a fat roll? What the fuck? And so, like, I think it's more of the not wanting to be uncomfortable in public
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and feeling like a fat ass. I mean,
Yeah.
really, like, I truly don't give a fuck what Jimmy or Samantha thinks about me. I'm
Right.
40. I'm almost 45, by the way. Okay. 3 kids, a smoke show of a wife. So all these little chicks running around, their fucking shorts there thinking there's something. You ain't got shit on my fucking wife. Okay. And she's 43 and doesn't even lift. So you got ways to catch up, ladies. But I mean, dude, it's just like, that's the thing. It's like everybody gets in their own head, including
Yeah.
myself. And I appreciate the compliment. And that's why we're friends, because I will never not get on this microphone and tell the fucking truth.
Yeah.
Like, I just can't do it, man. It's like, why am I even doing this if I'm, putting out this persona and like
Correct.
rewinding 38 minutes? We're talking about, that bad advice you got earlier in your career. I got it too. Whoever you are, turn it up about 10 notches. Turn up that bravado. I feel like a douchebag. I'm not doing
Exactly.
this. Like, I
Exactly.
start talking about things I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, like, giving zero value, when people just need to understand, be yourself when you're creating a platform.
Correct.
Be who you are. Like, you can call it authenticity, you can call it genuine, you can call it real, you can call it not being a fucking liar. I don't care what you call it. Just show up as you. And what you'll find is people will love you and some
Mhm.
people won't.
Mhm.
And those are not your people. And who gives a fuck about them?
That's it.
And again, just be a good person, man. Be kind. So what's next for you, man? You got anything cool you're working on? Like, what do you got? What do you got the deal?
Man, honestly, the big thing is just spending more time with my family. I got a
Good.
little 1-year-old girl right now,
Yep.
and like, I'm at a point in my life, in my career, in which, like, I just want to spend more time with them. So, keeping things pretty status quo with the business, and honestly trying to do the minimum effective dose with that right now.
Good.
I go through different phases. Sometimes I'll go hard, like I just did, the 30 days of spiking my blood sugar every day, and that was a lot of work and a lot of effort. And now I'm in a phase of the least amount of work I can possibly do while still, like, being okay, like, financially, and just spending as much time as I can with my wife and daughter. So
I love it, dude.
that's,
I love it, man.
I think that's, again, going back to balance. Like, what I've realized is I don't think there's just like, you don't ever arrive at a point where everything is balanced, like, and the scales are just exactly balanced in everything forever. For me, balance is okay. Maybe I'll have a few months here where I'll be like really focused on family, and that's the number one. And then I'll have a few months where it's like, you know what, work is going to take a little bit more of a priority, and I might have to miss a little bit with family, but it's a little bit back and forth. So for right now, probably for the remainder of the year, just really, really, really like family focused, being at home, and then once January hits, maybe like turn the dial up a little bit on business.
So I love that because I want people to really dive into that. Guys, you don't have to be hyper focused on one thing all year long.
Right.
Like I go through seasons as well. And that includes your, you want to be able to move consistently, but you might be more focused on your nutrition or your body one quarter than you are the next quarter. Maybe there's a lot of travel for work. Maybe there's a lot of
Hmm.
family events. Like what you guys need to understand is where you're at is perfectly just fine. Just acknowledge it, do whatever you can, keep somewhat of a good mindset about it, and just live your freaking life, man. Because all these individuals telling you the way you need to live it and how you need to live it, or you're not successful, they're all full of shit.
Yeah.
They're,
Especially these like these like 22-year-old influencers who
oh,
like
dude.
they live alone, they don't have a partner, they don't have kids, and they're like, all right, well, here's my like morning routine. I'm like, you're sipping like your chai fucking latte. It's like good, like get the fuck out of here with your morning routine. My
Fuck your morning routine. Did you see what Alex Hormozy said about morning routines?
no, what do you say?
I love him, by the way. Like,
Okay,
I
yeah,
would love to meet that guy.
yeah.
Hopefully he's the same energy. But so Alex, if you want to link up, let's do it. He's not listening. But he said something about morning routines. Like, you know, people don't get rich by doing their morning meditation, doing their breath work, doing their walk on the treadmill, connecting with their wife. They got rich and then they started talking about these weird fucking routines.
Right, correct.
I mean, I'm paraphrasing, but it was really cool to read because, a lot of people get out there and they'll, hey, this is how you're going to make 7 figures in 90 days or less by doing this morning routine. Link in the bio. It's like,
Yeah,
wow, people fucking believe this shit.
yeah.
Like,
People actually
wow.
believe it.
Wow. Like $1 million in 90 days? Fuck yeah. All I got to do is do some breath work and jump in a cold plunge. Fucking let's do it. I'm in.
Yeah, and then you meet
Millionaire.
them, and they don't even do those morning routines,
No.
and they're just looking for content ideas. They're like, "All right, well, what can I say is a good morning routine, like, to get people, like, to like this videos?" It's all horseshit.
It's so funny, dude. Like, it's so funny that our conversation has been on social media mostly. It's
Yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah.
but it's what needed to be, right? It's obviously that's what needs to be out there so people can really digest the information and know that most people are full of shit. Is like everybody's looking for that silver bullet. And the one thing that
Mhm.
drives me crazy is these morning routines. People are searching, and dude, if you go into these Instagram communities, this is that drives me crazy. It's always like find viral ideas of what is already going viral.
Mhm.
Just why? Like, if your goal is to go viral on social media, you're never going to be happy.
Correct. That's
Because if
exactly right.
you might have one or two that go well, like I don't have anything that just grows legs and goes, and so what, man? I feel like I'm building a good, platform. I have some engagement, which I know is like at a premium now. Like,
Mhm.
you get people that engage and love your shit, treat them like family, like welcome them in, but never go into it with thinking you have to rip off somebody else's morning routine or this content idea to become social media famous. You're going to fucking struggle, man.
Man, and everything I'm saying is from experience with knowing people who've done this. Like, so again, I've been doing this for a long time. I never went viral. It was a
Mhm.
slow, steady grind for a long period of time. I have a couple of colleagues who did go viral very early on, and because they weren't prepared for it, they weren't prepared for the influx of people, of opinions, of messages, of inquiries. They initially had a very brief period of this is awesome, I'm killing it, it's amazing. And they had an even faster and more rapid decline.
Mhm.
And to where now it's they're worse off now than they were before. The goal of going viral with the idea of that will lead to fast success is a complete misnomer. It's not how it works. there's a reason why anyone with a true level of high level success over many, many years will tell you it's a constant grind over many, 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 many years, because virality doesn't lead to business success. Virality might lead to more views in the short term, but I think it's one of the greatest curses you can have, because then you're going to expect that's how everything is going to go. And there's this level of, as you grow your audience, you get a negative message here, you get a negative message here, you have a failure here, you build up calluses to it. If I all of a sudden out of nowhere went from very little to getting everyone's opinions about everything, I would have lost my fucking mind, because
Yeah.
I wouldn't have built up the callus and built up like the understanding of, this is how people respond, this is how people react. I'm so blessed that it took me over a decade of posting to grow, because slowly and surely I was able to get used to and understand the patterns and the trends and how people respond.
It was funny you say that, because, I'm about what, maybe two and a half, I think 3 years in. Right. And a lot of your story talking about the constant grind just reminds me so much of what I'm doing. Right. Just really putting out the content, gaining some steam. Yeah. Maybe I have this one dude that pops in every now and again I agree with you about 60%, but you know, I'm like, do you just fucking come in here to I'm like, oh, I mean, the majority is you agree with me. That's cool, man. Thank you. I don't need you to agree with me, but let's talk about it intelligibly. Share with me your idea
Yeah.
is where I'm at. But you're right. If it comes too quick, I wouldn't know how to handle it. And the bottom line is I still don't know if I would be able to handle all the influx, right? I am growing on a consistent basis. A year, 3 years ago, I had 900 followers. I have 54,000 people in my community now. To me, that's great growth, right? I'm grateful for
Amazing.
those people
It's
that come
insane.
along. I love it. I
If
love
you have
it.
50,000, if you have 1,000 people who buy everything you do, you're good for life. Like
Right. But I also think
1,000
that's a
people.
process, right?
Of course.
I'm still not there yet.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm open to say that. There's too many people out there that are not, willing to say that. They just want to go, well, you know what? I'm making, $10,000 a month. Guess what? No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. You didn't launch this funnel and all of a sudden you're making 10 grand a month. You're a liar. Fuck off. Don't even talk to me.
Correct.
You've already lost me. I had somebody reach out to me today for podcast. What is it? Podcast advertisement or podcast, engagement or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like the modern day, buy likes and buy followers. They want you to do that for podcasts now.
Right.
Just
Right.
give me your RSS feed. I go, and I started fucking with the guy. I'm like, okay, cool, man. How much? He goes, well, for a week it's 100. For 2 weeks it's 200, but I'll do it for the month for 1,000.
What?
I'm like, what the fuck are you even talking about? You just wait a second. So for the first 2 weeks, it's $200. For the next 2 weeks, it's another $800.
Right.
Cool math, bro. What is going on? But yeah, dude, my point is you get those types of people come at you. I don't get a ton of hate just yet. I know I will.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I know I will. And that's okay. But, I look at your feed, because obviously we're connected on there, and there's not a whole lot of bad shit that people say. Not at all, and for the most part, I get a lot of support. Again, there's some people that'll pop in every now and again that I knew from before I was doing this, just to tell me that,
Yeah.
oh yeah, no way, you should do this, or hey, you need to go a little lower on that squat. I'm like, bitch, I got a blown out Achilles. The fuck do you know about what's going on in my life right now? I haven't seen you in 3 years. Dicks. Real quick before we land the plane, dude, now you're a suburb guy.
Dude,
You're living in the
suburb
subs now.
Big suburb guy.
I could see you with a stroller, the fucking coffee that's got a black belt on it.
Yes,
I
dude.
can see you. I can see you, motherfucker. What do you love most about the suburbs?
Man, so the big thing, so I lived in cities for the last 14 years, and they were great, especially either when I was single or it was just my wife and I. It was awesome. But now that we have our daughter and we, God willing, we want more kids. It's one of the things about living in a high rise that sucks is you can't just get out of the building and just go on a great walk right away, especially in necessarily a safe area. or at least an area that you'd really feel comfortable with your wife and daughter walking around in.
Right.
And, we were like up more than 40 floors in our last building, and the elevators were always taking forever. And it's like, if you wanted to go on a walk, it was a big fucking thing. Now,
And grocery shopping.
Everything.
that.
It's a whole mess. So now, literally every day, usually like 2 to 4 times a day, we just open the front door and go out in the yard and play, or go on a
Imagine
walk.
that.
It's the best. And it's funny because I was talking to my friend, and she's lived in the cul-de-sac for a long time. And as my wife and I were telling her that we're just excited to open the front door and be outside, she was like, I've completely taken that for granted. The idea of, oh, I want to go outside, I open my door and I'm outside. Whereas if you're living in a big building, whether it's a high rise or even like 4, 5, 6 floors, like it can take a minute, and it's not as simple. So the best part for me is we go outside. It's great weather here in Texas. We just go out, we play, we just run around in the grass, roll around with my daughter. That's my favorite thing. And we do that every day, multiple times a day.
Dude, I take when you said that, when you said I can open the door and go outside, I'm like, oh my God, I'm such an asshole. Like I don't even think about that. Like there's a pool in my backyard that we have. Like there's a beautiful like neighborhood here. I can just go on this walk. It's gated. Like
Yeah.
I don't even think about that, right? Because it's just I haven't lived in a high rise for maybe 5 years.
Yeah.
Right? So initially it's like, oh my God, when I went grocery shopping the first time, when our house was done being built, I'm like, oh my God, I don't need this big freaking
Yes.
cart thing, and I don't need to go up the elevator and
Exactly.
come back down. So, but
It's
yeah, dude,
amazing.
like
Or like
it's
having a
great.
grill. Like, do you grill outside?
Dude, my grill went out on me,
Oh,
bro.
that sucks.
I'm so mad. I'm so mad. It went out on me. My wife bought it for me 2 years ago for Father's Day. And so like now I'm like, that's like that's another like weird mindset thing with me. I
Yeah.
do not like meat that I cannot grill.
Yeah.
I'm like, what am I gonna put it in this pan that's gonna taste like shit? Fucking baked chicken? What do I fucking look like to you? Savage?
Dude, grilling meats is the best. It's the best. And just be able to go outside, have a beer, hang out with the
Yeah.
family, like to be able to do that is just, it's amazing.
Oh, you drink alcohol? Like you're terrible. Like,
I know.
oh my God. You know, you you don't you're not a part of that whole I'm just gonna quit alcohol crew, like for fuck it forever.
That's a huge thing right now. It's everyone's talking about. And listen, it's
For
not
those
good
that are
for you.
doing it because they want to, like I'm totally in. Cool, man.
Yeah.
Cool. Don't
I,
trend it, motherfucker. Don't trend it.
the thing is, like, I'm not an idiot. Obviously, alcohol isn't good for you. Like,
Sure.
it's very obvious. But there are many things that are not good for you that
Mhm.
that all of that many of these people are doing as well. And for me, it's like, listen, I'm totally fine having a couple beers or a glass of
Mhm.
wine with my wife. I love that, and I can
Mhm.
also still live a very healthy, happy life. I know some people who are like, yeah, I'm not going to drink alcohol, but they're also doing cocaine. I'm like, really? And you're going on talking about how you're like 3 years sober, but like you're also doing coke? What are you talking
That's
about?
not sober. That's even worse. Go drink a glass of fucking Merlot. God dang, man. Fucking, oh, I'm great. I haven't touched alcohol.
I haven't touched alcohol in a few years, but
15
I know
years.
you're doing coke.
Crushing up meth like a motherfucker, though, dude. Snorting that
Yeah, they're
shit.
slamming Adderall so they can
Yeah.
work more and not sleep. It's like, what is wrong with you?
Well,
Like,
the guy on Breaking Bad did it, and he was a teacher, so I'm gonna fucking do it. He's fine. His life was fine.
that show is arguably the greatest show of all
I'm
time.
watching it again. Like
Dude, I need to watch it.
like I'm on season 2. Like I'm watching it again, and
It's
it's
so
just
good. That show is one of the most unique shows because it's very difficult for a show to continually get better every single season all the way to the end. That show is, I think, literally the only show that I've really watched that to the very last episode, it got better and better and better and better and better. That show is just absolutely extraordinary in every way.
I love it, dude. I forgot though how slow the first like season
It's
was.
super. Yeah, the first
I
2 seasons are really
I was
difficult.
like, what the fuck? Second season's a little bit better, but
Yeah.
but no, that's funny because I'm going through it again. Like
Yeah.
I love it. What's your favorite show besides that?
Well, so I mean, there's a bunch, but I would say Game of Thrones is another really, really good one, but that had a really sharp drop off at the end where like the last season or two just stunk.
I've never watched 1 second of that dragon shit. I'm
It's a
sorry.
great show.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's super good. It's a
Okay.
really good show.
All right.
Let's see. So there's Breaking Bad. Yeah, I mean, I'm a huge Office guy. I love The Office.
Dude,
Like, The Office.
I knew we were made to be friends.
That's
That is like
like
my favorite show. That
that's
and Friends.
oh yeah, Friends is good. Seinfeld is really good, but The Office is the one where that's I think my personal favorite one. Like if I'm in a bad mood or anything, like I just put that on because
So
it's
funny, dude.
season 1 through 6. Any of seasons
Mhm.
1 through 6. Like once 7 and 8 come, then it sort of sucks as soon as Michael
Steve
Scott
leaves.
leaves.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But I think The Office, if I had to pick one show that I could only watch forever, it would be that.
It's a great show. It's a great show. Well, listen, dude, we're gonna land the plane here. Before we go, tell the audience a little bit about your inner circle, how they can be involved, what they can find there, and how you could support them.
Yeah, so what I'll say is this: the Inner Circle it's my monthly membership for fitness, but don't buy it just yet. If you like my content, feel free to join after that, but don't like just from this. I'm not going to give you a sales pitch. If you like it, great. But that's where I have people do like my workouts, nutrition, all of that. But for whatever it's worth, you are listening to the best host. You've got Shawn here. He's amazing. I respect him immensely. He's a great friend of mine now, and I think that you've got everything you need here with Shawn. He's an amazing guy, and I would encourage you to continue listening to him because he's doing a really wonderful job.
My fucking guy, dude. I appreciate you. When are we gonna get together?
Man.
But like we need to figure this thing out. Like, okay, so I'll say this on air. Before we hopped on, I started creating my 2-minute outline. So I hear, right?
Yep.
2-minute outline to send in with application for TED Talks.
Oh, nice.
So maybe I'll look for one in Texas.
Dude, do it. Do you want in Dallas?
Dallas, done. Well, my best friend lives in Dallas too.
Man.
Dude, so like
that's where we are.
Wow. Oh, that could be a fun time.
Come to Dallas, we'll get some barbecue, we'll hang out. That'd be great.
That's what I'm talking about. Some ribs, dude.
Yes,
Some
dude. Ribs are
fucking
the best.
ribs.
Listen, I could talk about this for a while. I don't have anything against brisket. I don't have anything against the other stuff, but it's like if you're going to barbecue,
Give me
ribs
some ribs.
are always that's always number one. Like,
Do you like spicy barbecue sauce?
I love spicy barbecue
Burn
sauce.
my fucking mouth off.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Like if you're not if my nose isn't running, I don't want your barbecue.
Like the whole you're just like
Yeah, it's like your friend that doesn't drink but does coke. Yeah.
Dude, yeah, ribs, like whether it's like beef ribs, pork ribs, whatever, but also spicy wings, hot wings. They're so good.
I love it, dude. And I like them grilled. I'm not a big smoke. I don't like the smoker. Like I
Yeah,
know it's a trend, but like, dude, that like to me, like a smoked wing has this weird aftertaste. Like it has this weird.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna get canceled for that, but whatever. Oh well. But look here, man. I appreciate you, dude, and I'm so happy that we got this done and we didn't say anything off color that we can't publish. And
nothing super offensive.
Nothing super offensive.
Thank you for having me, brother.
Of course, man. For those of you that are listening for the first time, please hit subscribe. And if you don't mind, leave a written review. I really love to hear or read the feedback that you guys are having about the show. And don't forget to share any of the social media clips to your audience, your friends, your family, people that you feel that would connect with this message. We'd really appreciate it. And again, pop in the DMs, say hello. I'm not one of those assholes that will ignore you. Just don't try to sell me crypto or podcast promotions or how to make my videos go viral because I don't believe in that shit. So anyway, love you all and chat with you soon. Southwest Florida is one of the most beautiful places on the planet to live. For those of you that are thinking of moving from other states to come to Florida, or even just moving to a different part of the state, I want you to think of a big, beautiful luxury home. Contact Legacy Luxury Builders. They are a family-owned and operated luxury residential construction company. As a family-owned business, they believe in the power of building not just homes, but legacies. Contact Legacy Luxury Builders. Unlock your true potential on the field and court with our Peak Mental Performance Program for athletes. Train your mind to conquer challenges, stay focused under pressure, and achieve unparalleled success. Our expert coaches will guide you through personalized techniques, enhancing concentration, resilience, and confidence. Picture yourself outperforming your rivals, making split-second decisions with clarity, and achieving victory like never before. Join us today and elevate your game to new heights. Peak Mental Performance Program, where champions are forged in the mind. email me today, sean.french@thedeterminedsociety.com for more information. See you inside.
Next up is a little song from CarMax about selling a car your way.
You wanna sell those wheels, you wanna get a CarMax instant offer.
So fast.
Wanna take a sec to think about it.
Or like a month?
Wanna keep tabs on that instant offer.
With Offer Watch.
Wanna have CarMax pick it up from your driveway. Get it done today. You wanna do
So, wanna drive? CarMax. Pickup not available everywhere. Restrictions and fee may apply.